Have you ever opened your medicine cabinet in the morning, lined up your vitamins, and felt a quiet sense of pride? You're taking care of yourself. You're staying ahead of aging. You're doing the right thing. A multivitamin here, some fish oil, maybe calcium, magnesium, and vitamin D. All good things, right? But here's a question that rarely gets asked. What if the way you're taking your supplements is actually working against you? What if, even with the best intentions, you're slowly draining your energy, hurting your nerves, or weakening your immunity just because of when or how you take your vitamins? Hi, and welcome to Senior Fit, the channel dedicated to helping you live longer, stay stronger, and feel sharper every single day, no matter your age. In today's episode, we're diving into something that millions of older adults don't realize until it's too late. Mixing vitamins and supplements the wrong way can quietly cause serious harm. And we're not talking about rare cases here. According to U.S. emergency room data, over 24 people, 1,000 people end up hospitalized each year due to supplement misuse. The vast majority weren't reckless. They didn't take dangerous drugs. They just didn't know how vitamins interact. They wanted better health, but they got blood issues, nerve damage, even internal bleeding. So, if you've ever said, "I take supplements every day, I should be fine," then this episode is for you. Today, we'll break down 7 supplement combinations you should never take together, and more importantly, how to use them correctly to support real health, energy, and peace of mind. So grab your notebook or just a quiet moment and let's get started. Because sometimes even the healthy habits need a second look. Let's start with a combination that seems innocent, even smart. You've probably heard how important it is to get enough vitamin C, especially to boost immunity, fight off inflammation, and protect your body from stress. It's why that morning glass of orange juice has been a go-to in many households for generations. Now add to that another powerhouse, vitamin B12, critical for brain health, essential for red blood cell production, vital for the nervous system. And for anyone over 50, B12 becomes even more important because our bodies naturally absorb less as we age. So you might think, why not take both? C for immunity, B12 for energy. Perfect way to start the day. But here's the twist. When taken together, especially in high doses or on an empty stomach, vitamin C can actually block your body from absorbing B12. Wait, what? Yes, you heard right. Vitamin C, being highly acidic, can interfere with B12 in your digestive tract, neutralizing it before your body even has the chance to use it. So, instead of powering you up, your vitamins are canceling each other out. You may not feel the effects right away, but slowly, quietly, your B12 levels start to drop. And the symptoms sneak in. That nagging tiredness that doesn't go away with rest. A strange tingling or numbness in your hands and feet. Moments where your memory feels fuzzy or your thoughts are slower than usual. Most people chalk it up to aging. But in reality, it could be a completely preventable vitamin imbalance caused by a simple mistake in timing. Let me tell you about George. He's 68, active, walks every day, always took his vitamins. But over a few months, he felt off. Not sick, just drained. His doctor ran tests, and surprisingly, his B12 levels were low. But he was taking B12. Turns out, Every morning, he took his B12 pill with a big glass of orange juice. Harmless? He thought so. But that acidic vitamin C had been blocking his absorption day after day. His body never got the full benefit, and that slow loss of B12, it nearly cost him his balance, both physically and mentally. Now, here's the good news. Fixing it is easy. Simply separate your vitamin C and B12 by at least 2 hours. Take B12 with breakfast when your stomach isn't empty. Save your orange juice or C supplement for mid-morning or lunch. This small change can restore proper absorption, protect your nervous system, and give your energy a real chance to come back. Because being healthy isn't just about what you take. It's about when and how you take it. Let's talk about 2 trace minerals that sound harmless, even helpful: zinc and copper. You've probably heard of zinc being recommended for immunity, especially during flu season. Maybe you've even picked up some zinc lozenges or tablets during the winter months. And for good reason. Zinc plays a huge role in immune defense, wound healing, and hormone balance. Now let's add copper into the mix. It doesn't get the spotlight often, but it's equally essential. Copper supports red blood cell production, keeps your nerves functioning, and helps your body generate energy. It also works hand in hand with iron, helping your cells carry oxygen and keeping your bones strong. So, zinc and copper, both important, right? But here's the hidden trap. Zinc and copper use the same doorway in your gut to get absorbed. And guess who usually pushes through first? Zinc. It's like 2 people trying to enter the same small door at the same time. But zinc is stronger, faster, and doesn't like to share. What happens over time? When you take zinc, especially in high doses and for long periods, it blocks copper from being absorbed. And this leads to a slow, silent copper deficiency. You might not notice it right away, but then you start feeling tired all the time. Even if you sleep well, you feel colder than usual, like your hands and feet are always chilled. You get lightheaded when standing up. Your joints ache more than they used to. Your blood work shows signs of mild anemia, but iron isn't the problem. The truth, it could be low copper. And zinc is the one stealing the spotlight and the doorway. This is especially common among older adults who take zinc every day without realizing they need to balance it. Let me introduce you to Carol. She's 72. She started taking zinc daily to boost her immunity during the pandemic. She felt great at first, but after a year, she noticed her energy dropping. She bruised more easily. Her blood count showed signs of borderline anemia. Iron wasn't helping. Her doctor was stumped until a nutritionist asked, "Are you taking zinc?" Bingo! Her copper levels were depleted. So what's the solution? It's all about balance and timing. If you take zinc, make sure your supplement also includes a small amount of copper, or take them separately. Space zinc and copper by at least 2 hours. Don't megadose zinc unless your doctor tells you to. For seniors, a safe ratio is often 10.1 zinc to copper, or even more conservative depending on your body. And most importantly, if you're taking zinc for more than a few weeks, talk to your doctor. Ask to check your mineral levels, because this quiet imbalance can affect your blood, your bones, your brain, and your immunity. Zinc is powerful, but too much, without balance, becomes a silent threat. Let me ask you something. Have you ever thought, if it's natural, it must be safe? You wouldn't be alone. Millions of older adults take ginkgo biloba for memory, clarity, and circulation. Millions more take omega-3s from fish oil to protect their heart, joints, and brain. Both have science behind them. Both are natural. Both are widely used. But together they could be dangerously thinning your blood without you even knowing it. Let's break it down. Ginkgo biloba is a powerful herb. It's known for improving blood flow to the brain, supporting memory, and even reducing dizziness and tinnitus. It's been used in traditional medicine for centuries. Omega-3 fatty acids, especially EPA and DHA from fish oil, are anti-inflammatory superstars. They help lower triglycerides, protect the heart, ease arthritis, and sharpen mental function. But there's one thing both of these natural substances do very effectively. They thin your blood. That means they reduce your blood's ability to clot. And while that might sound like a good thing for people worried about stroke or heart attacks, too much blood thinning can be a serious, even deadly problem. Let me paint a picture. Imagine you're on ginkgo and omega-3s. Then you trip and bruise your leg. But instead of a small bruise, you end up with internal bleeding that doesn't stop. Or you go in for a routine dental cleaning and can't stop the bleeding for hours. Or worst of all, you have a minor fall and suffer a brain bleed, something that could have been avoided. Now let's take it one step further. What if you're also on a prescription blood thinner, like warfarin, aspirin, or clopidogrel? That's triple thinning, and your doctor might not even know you're taking ginkgo or fish oil, because most people don't mention supplements during appointments. Let me tell you about Frank. He's 74, had a small stroke 2 years ago, so he takes a prescribed blood thinner. Then he read online that omega-3s and ginkgo could help his brain, so he added both. Weeks later, he slipped in his kitchen and hit his hip. By the time the ambulance arrived, the internal bleeding had already started. He needed surgery, blood transfusions, and months of recovery, all because natural sounded harmless. So what should you do? Always tell your doctor about every supplement you take, even the natural ones. Never combine ginkgo and omega-3 without medical supervision. Stop taking them before surgery or dental work, usually 1 to 2 weeks in advance. If your doctor approves both, ask for clotting tests to monitor how your blood is responding. Natural doesn't mean safe. Natural means it still has power. And power, used the wrong way, can hurt you. At Senior Fit, we believe in smart health, not just hopeful health. And that means understanding what your supplements are doing behind the scenes. If you've ever been told to take calcium for strong bones, you're not alone. It's practically a rite of passage after age 50. Doctors say it, commercials say it, health articles say it, and they're not wrong. Calcium is essential. But here's what they rarely say out loud. Calcium can actually hurt you if you don't balance it with magnesium. Let's unpack this. Calcium is crucial for building and maintaining strong bones, helping your muscles contract, supporting nerve transmission and blood clotting. That's why it's often recommended for preventing osteoporosis or fractures. But then there's magnesium, the unsung hero. It plays just as many roles, including relaxing muscles after contraction, regulating heart rhythm, supporting blood sugar control, and most importantly, helping calcium do its job properly. These two minerals are like a seesaw. They must be in balance. But here's the problem. Most people, especially older adults, get too much calcium and not enough magnesium. Why? Because calcium gets all the attention. It's in supplements. It's in fortified foods. It's even in multivitamins. Meanwhile, magnesium quietly gets ignored. even though over 50% of older adults don't get enough. Now here's where it gets tricky. When you take too much calcium without magnesium, they compete for absorption in your gut. Calcium, being more dominant, usually wins, and that means your body struggles to absorb magnesium properly. And what happens when you don't have enough magnesium? You start feeling tight or stiff. You get muscle cramps, especially at night. Your heart flutters or feels off rhythm. You feel anxious, restless, or unusually tired. Your blood pressure creeps up. And if you're already low in magnesium, like many seniors are, too much calcium can push you into deficiency territory without you even realizing it. Let's talk about Linda. She's 70, active, and healthy. Her doctor suggested calcium for bone support, so she took 1,000 IUs daily, every morning with breakfast. But she started getting leg cramps at night. She felt tired during the day. Her heart skipped beats every so often. She thought maybe it was just getting older, until her doctor checked her magnesium. It was barely above deficiency level. Once she adjusted her intake, keeping calcium at 1,000 milliliters, but adding 400 milliliters of magnesium, and spaced them out, the cramps vanished. Her energy returned. Her heartbeat steadied. Let's talk about 3 of the most important vitamins for aging well: vitamin D, vitamin E, and vitamin K. Each one is a superstar. Vitamin D helps your body absorb calcium, strengthens your bones, supports your immune system, and even plays a role in mood regulation. Vitamin E is a powerful antioxidant. It protects your cells from free radical damage, supports skin health, and may even slow cognitive decline. Vitamin K is essential for blood clotting, but also helps prevent calcium from building up in the wrong places, like your arteries. It keeps calcium where it belongs, in your bones. So, if all 3 are amazing, shouldn't we just take them all together? Here's the twist. All 3 vitamins are fat-soluble, meaning they need dietary fat to be absorbed properly. But they also compete for the same transport system in your body. Imagine 3 people trying to get into the same taxi. If one of them jumps in too fast, the others might get left behind. That's what happens when you take high doses of D and E together. They can overwhelm the system and block your body from absorbing vitamin K. And that matters more than you think. If your vitamin K levels are low, your blood might not clot properly. Higher risk of bruising or bleeding. Calcium may deposit in your arteries instead of your bones, increasing the risk of atherosclerosis and heart disease. Your bones may suffer over time, increasing the risk of osteoporosis. The worst part? You might never know it's happening because these imbalances build slowly, quietly, over months or even years. Let's look at Tom. He's 66. His doctor recommended vitamin D to help his bones, and he added vitamin E for antioxidant support. But he never thought about vitamin K. Didn't even know what it did. 6 months later, a minor bump on his leg turned into a dark, spreading bruise. His blood work showed signs of calcium in his arteries and early signs of bone thinning, all because his supplements were competing in silence. Here's how to avoid that trap. Space your fat-soluble vitamins throughout the day. Take vitamin D with breakfast, vitamin E at lunch, vitamin K with dinner. Always take them with meals that include healthy fats, like olive oil, avocado, eggs, fatty fish, or nuts. If you're taking a multivitamin that includes all 3, check the dosages and be cautious of high-potency versions. If you're on blood thinners or have heart conditions, talk to your doctor before changing your K intake. It plays a major role in clotting. Remember, just because vitamins are essential doesn't mean they don't compete. Even good guys need boundaries. How to get it right. Aim for a 2.1 ratio of calcium to magnesium, PG, 1000 mg calcium, 400 and 500 ml magnesium. Don't take them together. Take calcium in the morning, magnesium in the evening. If your multivitamin combines both, check the ratio. Some are wildly imbalanced. Talk to your doctor if you're on medications like diuretics or proton pump inhibitors, which affect magnesium levels. Bone health isn't just about calcium. It's about giving your body both minerals it needs, in the right form, amount, and time. Balance is strength. You've probably heard this health tip before. Drink orange juice with your iron supplement. It helps with absorption. And that's absolutely true, in the right context. Vitamin C helps convert non-heme iron, the type found in plants and many supplements, into a form that your body can absorb more easily. So yes, for people struggling with iron deficiency anemia, this combo can be life-changing. But here's where things take a dangerous turn. More isn't always better. In fact, if you're not careful, combining too much vitamin C and iron, especially over time, can lead to iron overload. Let's unpack this. Iron is essential for carrying oxygen through your blood, producing red blood cells, preventing fatigue and brain fog. But your body has no natural way to get rid of excess iron. Once it's in, it tends to stay. And when vitamin C supercharges iron absorption, your system may start to store more iron than it actually needs. For most people, this builds up slowly and quietly. But in people with a genetic condition called hemochromatosis, which affects 1 in 200 adults, the risk is enormous. Their bodies absorb and store too much iron by default. And if they add vitamin C, it's like pouring gasoline on a fire. The results? Iron begins depositing in vital organs. The liver becomes inflamed or damaged. The heart can stiffen or beat irregularly. The pancreas may lose function, increasing diabetes risk. And your body experiences accelerated oxidative stress, a kind of fast-forward aging, even without a diagnosis. Like hemochromatosis, high-dose iron plus vitamin C over time can tip your iron balance too far, especially in older adults. Let me introduce you to Sam. He's 62, a bit low in energy, so he started taking an iron supplement and added a high-dose vitamin C drink every morning to help it work better. After 3 months, his energy didn't improve. It got worse. He felt heavy. His joints ached. His doctor found elevated liver enzymes and high serum ferritin, signs of early iron overload, all from a well-meaning combo. So how do we stay safe? Never assume you need iron. Get your levels tested before supplementing. If you do take iron, pair it with a moderate amount of vitamin C, and not every single day. Avoid taking iron with calcium-rich foods. They block absorption. If you eat a lot of red meat or iron-fortified foods, you may not need extra iron at all. Multivitamins often contain both. Check dosages carefully. And if you have a family history of liver issues, diabetes, or fatigue syndromes, ask your doctor to screen for iron overload. Remember, iron and vitamin C can be a great team, but only when your body needs them, and only when used wisely. Your heart, your liver, and your energy depend on it.